Canadian couple came to a small village by the name of Ushi a few years ago, and there they are investing a little bit of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort in the school and in the community in that little village. We're headed up there today to have a chat with them to see what it takes for a diasporan Armenian or someone else to make a big chain with a small budget.
Welcome.
My name is Tim. How are you? Very good to meet you.
Yeah.
Hi, okay. Thank you very much for inviting us. Thank you.
The motivation is bloodlines, I suppose. We've always dreamed of living in our own country as opposed to in, where we were born or where we lived. So we came here to feel at home.
And where we? This is the library.
This is the library. Okay. It is named after one of our diaspora writers, Hamaste.
Okay.
And he was a writer that wrote a lot about villages in Western Armenia.
In Western Armenia.
So we thought that would be an appropriate name.
Okay.
So.
And the money for something like this, to rebuild this library, is it your personal money, or is it friends, a personal network, or how do you do fundraising for things like this?
Unfortunately, we are not that wealthy, but I told you I write a column and it's published, and I write about this village and this school a lot. And so when we went back to to Toronto, friends actually approached us and donated money.
Okay, and so this diary of Ushi, as you're calling it, that's what you write for every week.
Right.
Yes.
You mentioned that it's published in Montreal,
Yes.
but it's also published in Istanbul. What's the Istanbul connection?
They actually copied.
They copied it.
They copied it, and now I directly sent to them, but they saw it on the internet. They thought it was very interesting, so they started publishing it every Tuesday. The Marmara, the Istanbul paper, is a daily.
Wow.
So every Tuesday they publish the Ushi column, and I have to say it has a following because all sorts of strangers show up at our door.
In this village?
In this village.
Wow.
They come to see us. When they come to visit Armenia, they come to see what they've been reading about. So
you're from Aleppo.
Yeah,
I was, and you're from Greece.
Greece.
You lived in Canada.
Yes.
Now you live in Armenia. And you're raising money in Istanbul and in Montreal. Interesting.
Not in Istanbul, but mainly in Canada.
In Canada.
Yeah.
Oh,
Toronto,
okay.
usually.
Very good. Very good.
And all sorts of people who come and visit. We always make a point of bringing them to the school. So they make small or large donations. Visitors. So we keep track, and we were able to...
Shall we walk a bit farther along and see what else we find?
Ասրահին անունը ինչ է։ Լևոն Շան, իսկ քրատարանին անունը Համաստեղ,
So what have these people done for you? Do you have any idea what the total sum of money you've put into this? Is that something you'd like to talk about, or?
I haven't really tallied because it's around $10,000 a year. Around. I wouldn't say.
And that underlines a point that I've been trying to push recently: is that you don't need a lot of money to make a change.
That's right.
You come. Your time is more important than your money. You come here, you devote yourself to a project, and you don't need the big sums of money. You need patience and you need time. So one question I have is about the mindset. I mean, it's easy to change a physical building, but what about changing their heads and thinking maintenance of the school, about thinking critical thinking in the educational system, asking questions and so forth? Have you made any progress on issues like that?
Yes. Well, the one specific thing that we really worked on was that the villagers have to start caring for the school. In olden times, in Soviet times, that hasn't been the case because the school was taken care of. While we now have villagers actually contributing, helping when we're building something, giving their time, or doing things a little cheaply, and so on. So, and every occasion we get, Markar gets up on stage and says, okay, so your kids have graduated, but this school is still yours.
Yes, kids.
Yes.
Can I ask you something about the village in general, Ushi? How many people live here, do you know?
About 2,000, a little less than 2,000.
And what do they live off of?
Agriculture mostly.
Agriculture mostly.
But they mostly have another job, meaning either they go to Yerevan or to Ashtarag or overseas or to Russia in the summers because they can't really make a living just from agricultural.
How many have gone overseas, for example? How many kids in this school don't have their parents here, or their father, probably?
I don't know the statistics, but I would think they're sizable.
There's a lot of people in Yerevan who'd like more diasporans to come to Armenia. I asked the kids about it. Do you agree with that? Do you think more should come here?
Yes, definitely.
Because you have to be on the ground to help. If you care for this country, if you care for it, it can't be done from a distance with money. At least that's what we think. You have to be on the ground to see the needs, to help, to make sure that the money is used very frugally to do the most good. So I think that's very important.
I could definitely not have said that any better myself. So that is really fantastic. Okay, well I think we can wrap it up. I guess I've gotten an insight into your devotion to this school, to this village, and to this country. Thank you very much for that. Get an insight into a village I'd never been before. So very good impression, and I hope we'll meet again, and I hope we'll spread the good word about how to work, how to contribute, how to help this country in a good way. Thank you very much, Marka. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're a fantastic job.